The vast world of One Piece, a sprawling epic of pirates, dreams, and the elusive treasure known as One Piece, is built on pivotal moments. Among these, the day red-haired Shanks saved Luffy stands out. Shanks sacrificed his arm to save Luffy from a sea monster. This act ignited Luffy's dream to become the Pirate King. The day Shanks sacrificed his arm to save Luffy was not merely a display of extraordinary strength, but a testament to the profound bond they shared. It was a promise made in blood and sacrifice, a silent vow to guide Luffy on his path to greatness. With each passing year, Luffy carried the weight of that sacrifice, the memory of Shanks' missing limb fueling his determination. It became a symbol of his own conviction, a reminder of the strength required to protect those he held dear and to never back down from a challenge, no matter how daunting. The image of Shanks standing defiant against the monstrous Sea King, his arm lost, but his spirit unbroken, became etched into Luffy's very being, shaping his moral compass and guiding his every action. But in a world untouched by this sacrifice, would Luffy's resolve be as unshakable? Would he possess the same unwavering determination, the same fire in his eyes, if he hadn't witnessed the true cost of strength and sacrifice firsthand? The answer, shrouded in the mists of possibility, leads us down a fascinating path of what-ifs and alternate realities. Without the constant reminder of Shanks' sacrifice, would Luffy's journey have been characterized by a different kind of fire, perhaps a more reckless and impulsive approach to the dangers that awaited him? Would he have developed the same level of maturity and understanding of the delicate balance between power and responsibility? These questions strike at the very heart of Luffy's character development and offer a glimpse into a world where his journey, though no less remarkable, takes on a distinctly different hue. In this alternate timeline, where Shanks' arm remains whole and unscathed, the world of One Piece takes on a fascinating new dimension: the balance of power. The dynamics between pirates and marines and the very fabric of fate itself begin to shift and realign, creating a cascade of changes that ripple throughout the Grand Line. Shanks, still the charismatic and powerful pirate emperor, would undoubtedly navigate this world with his signature blend of strength and diplomacy. However, the absence of his sacrifice casts a unique shadow over his legend. Would he be perceived as less relatable, less human? Or would his unwavering strength, now undiminished, elevate him to an even more mythical status, solidifying his position as a force to be reckoned with on the grand stage of One Piece? The impact of Shanks' unaltered fate extends far beyond his own personal journey. It permeates the very essence of the world, subtly shifting the dynamics between pirates and marines, altering alliances, and potentially even reshaping the course of major conflicts. Would the marines, emboldened by the knowledge that even a Yonko like Shanks is not invincible, adopt a more aggressive stance against piracy? Or would Shanks, with his full strength at his disposal, command even greater respect and influence, deterring potential conflicts and maintaining a fragile balance of power within the ever-turbulent world of One Piece? This altered landscape, ripe with possibilities and unforeseen consequences, sets the stage for a captivating exploration of how one man's fate can irrevocably shape the destiny of an entire world. The ripple effect of Shanks' preserved strength extends far beyond the initial encounter with the Sea King, influencing not just Luffy's path, but the trajectories of countless others who dare to sail the Grand Line. Would Garp, the legendary marine hero and Luffy's grandfather, view Shanks differently, knowing he still possessed the full extent of his formidable power? Would their interactions be characterized by a heightened sense of caution, a recognition of the potential threat Shanks posed even with his seemingly carefree demeanor? Or would a grudging respect, perhaps even a hint of camaraderie, color their encounters as two titans of their respective worlds acknowledged the burden of responsibility they carried on their shoulders? The ramifications of Shanks' continued strength extend even further, potentially altering the delicate balance of power among the four emperors. Would Whitebeard, the mighty pirate who valued family above all else, view Shanks with a wary eye, sensing a potential shift in the dynamics of their uneasy alliance? Would Blackbeard, the cunning and ruthless pirate who craved nothing less than absolute power, see an opportunity to exploit any perceived weakness in Shanks, potentially leading to a clash of titans that could reshape the entire world order? These questions, brimming with potential for epic confrontations and shifting alliances, highlight the butterfly effect of Shanks' preserved strength, demonstrating how a single alteration can send shockwaves throughout the intricate web of relationships and power structures that define the world of One Piece. Shanks' sacrifice was more than just a selfless act. It was a defining moment that illuminated the true meaning of strength and responsibility. It taught Luffy that true power lay not just in physical prowess, but in the courage to protect those precious to you, even at great personal cost. It was a lesson etched into his very being, a guiding principle that would shape his every decision and interaction as he embarked on his own journey to become Pirate King. But in a world untouched by this act of selflessness, would Luffy's understanding of strength be fundamentally different? Would he still prioritize the well-being of his crew and allies above all else? Or would his pursuit of freedom and adventure be tinged with a hint of recklessness, a lack of awareness of the true cost of power? The absence of Shanks' sacrifice could potentially lead to a Luffy who, while undoubtedly powerful, might not possess the same depth of compassion and empathy that endeared him to fans worldwide. This alternate Luffy, shaped by a different set of experiences, raises intriguing questions about the nature of heroism and the delicate balance between pursuing one's dreams and safeguarding the well-being of others. Would he still inspire the same unwavering loyalty in his crew? Would he still be able to forge alliances with former enemies, uniting them under a common banner of friendship and shared purpose? These questions delve into the very heart of Luffy's character arc, exploring the profound impact that a single pivotal moment can have on an individual's moral compass and their journey toward becoming a true leader. As we navigate this alternate timeline where Shanks' arm remains a symbol of his enduring strength, we stand at the precipice of a new dawn for One Piece. The Grand Line awaits Luffy and his crew, with challenges and allies taking on new forms. Their journey, trials and triumphs will be shaped by the enduring presence of a red-haired legend. Will Luffy rise to meet these challenges with unwavering spirit and commitment to his dreams? Let us set sail into this uncharted territory and witness the unfolding of a grand adventure. The Red Hair Pirates, led by Shanks, were a force to be reckoned with, their flag a symbol of freedom and power. Their strength echoed throughout the seas, undiminished and undisputed, a testament to their enduring legacy. The Red Hair Pirates, with Shanks at the helm, symbolized unyielding strength and unwavering resolve. Shanks, with his trademark straw hat, remained a force to be reckoned with. His presence quelled conflicts and inspired awe. His influence grew more assertive, reflecting his undiminished strength and loyal crew. Shanks navigated the Grand Line with confidence, his actions purposeful and authoritative. His word carried the weight of a decree seldom challenged. The world government regarded Shanks with caution and respect. His strength and unpredictability made him a wild card in their control. Even the other Yonko acknowledged the shift in power. Whitebeard watched Shanks, recognizing their relationship had entered a new phase. Despite his formidable reputation, Shanks never allowed power to overshadow his jovial nature. His laughter boomed across the decks, his crew joining in with camaraderie born of countless adventures. Beneath their light-hearted interactions, there existed an undercurrent of unwavering strength. The stories of their exploits took on a legendary quality, legends of a man who defied fate itself, his strength unbroken, his spirit undimmed. The tales of the Red Hair Pirates resonated with an aura of invincibility. Shanks' laughter now carried a hint of warning, a reminder of his tempered steel core. The world listened, both captivated and wary as the legend of the red-hair pirates grew. Even in celebration, a sense of purpose lingered, acknowledging their journey was far from over. They were the red-hair pirates, and their captain, Shanks, stood ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The bond between Shanks and Luffy, forged in the heart of Fuchsia village and tempered by the promise of a shared dream, remained unbreakable. However, the absence of Shanks' sacrifice cast a unique shadow over their relationship. Shanks, no longer haunted by the memory of his lost limb, approached his role as Luffy's mentor with a more hands-on approach, his protective instincts heightened by his ability to shield Luffy from harm. Luffy, still filled with the boundless energy and unwavering determination that defined his character, viewed Shanks with a mixture of awe and unwavering admiration. The loss of Shanks' arm, a defining moment in the original timeline, had always served as a stark reminder of the dangers that awaited him on his quest to become Pirate King. In this altered reality, however, Luffy's perception of Shanks' strength remained untainted by tragedy, fostering a sense of invincibility that both inspired and subtly shaped his approach to the world. Their interactions, once characterized by a sense of playful distance and a deep respect for Luffy's burgeoning independence, now carried a hint of caution on Shanks' part. He found himself more readily stepping in to protect Luffy from potential harm, his unwavering strength allowing him to effortlessly deflect threats that would have once tested his limits. This subtle shift in dynamics, while driven by love and a desire to protect, inadvertently fostered a sense of reliance in Luffy, a reliance that had the potential to both hinder and enhance his growth as a pirate captain in his own right. The absence of a defining moment of sacrifice had created a fascinating paradox, strengthening their bond while simultaneously introducing a new layer of complexity to their relationship. The world of One Piece, a tapestry woven from the threads of fate, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of dreams, took on a subtly different hue in the absence of Shanks' sacrifice. The balance of power, ever shifting and unpredictable, remained in a constant state of flux, but the currents that governed this delicate dance were forever altered by the enduring strength of the red-haired pirate. The Marines, ever vigilant in their pursuit of order and justice, regarded Shanks with a heightened sense of caution. His unbroken strength, coupled with his unpredictable nature, made him a formidable adversary, a force to be respected rather than challenged directly. The world government, ever seeking to maintain its grip on the reins of power, found itself treading carefully around Shanks, recognizing that any attempt to undermine his influence could have far-reaching and potentially catastrophic consequences. The other Yonko, those legendary pirates who stood as pillars of power in the New World, watched Shanks with a mixture of curiosity and wary respect. Whitebeard, the mighty captain of the Whitebeard Pirates, known for his unwavering sense of family and his protective nature, sensed a shift in the delicate balance of power that had long governed their uneasy alliance. Blackbeard, the cunning and ruthless pirate driven by an insatiable hunger for power, saw in Shanks' unbroken strength both a challenge and an opportunity, a chance to test his own growing might against a legend who had never tasted defeat. The stage was set for a new era in the Grand Line, an era defined by the enduring strength of the red-hair pirates and the ripple effects of their captain's unwavering resolve. The moment arrived, as it always did, when Luffy, his heart aflame with the dream of becoming Pirate King, stood on the precipice of departure from Fuchsia village. The familiar scene, etched into the memories of One Piece fans worldwide, unfolded with a subtle yet significant difference. Shanks, his trademark straw hat casting a long shadow over his piercing gaze, watched Luffy with a mixture of pride and an almost imperceptible flicker of concern. Luffy, his signature straw hat perched proudly atop his head, radiated an aura of boundless optimism and unwavering determination. He was ready, he believed with every fiber of his being, to conquer the Grand Line, to assemble a crew of loyal nakama, and to claim the ultimate prize that awaited those brave enough to chase their dreams upon the vast and unforgiving sea. The oath they exchanged, a solemn vow made beneath the watchful gaze of the setting sun, resonated with the same weight of promise and the same depth of meaning as it had in the original timeline. "I'll become the Pirate King," Luffy declared, his voice ringing with the conviction of 1,000 suns, his eyes burning with a fire that not even the vastness of the ocean could extinguish. And Shanks, his own gaze unwavering, met Luffy's with a mixture of pride and an unspoken understanding of the challenges that lay ahead. "I'm counting on you," he replied, his words carrying the weight of experience and the quiet confidence of a man who had faced countless storms and emerged stronger from each encounter. Luffy's decision to embark on his pirate journey, a pivotal moment that set in motion the grand adventure that would define his life, stemmed from a different wellspring of motivation in this altered timeline. The loss of Shanks' arm, the tragic reminder of the price of strength and sacrifice, had always served as a powerful catalyst, fueling Luffy's desire to become strong enough to protect those precious to him. In this reality, however, where Shanks' strength remained undiminished, Luffy's ambition was nurtured by a different set of ideals. He had witnessed firsthand the profound respect that Shanks commanded, the way his presence alone could quell conflicts and inspire both awe and admiration. Luffy, his young mind eager to emulate his hero, yearned for the same level of respect, the same ability to make a difference in the world. He saw in Shanks' strength not just the power to protect, but the power to inspire, to lead, and to shape the destiny of those around him. This desire to earn the same level of respect that Shanks commanded became the driving force behind Luffy's ambition, the seed from which his unwavering determination to become Pirate King would blossom. It was a subtle shift in motivation, yet one with the potential to profoundly impact Luffy's journey and the very core of his character. The absence of a defining moment of loss created a fascinating paradox, fostering a sense of invincibility while simultaneously nurturing a deep-seated respect for true strength and the responsibility that came with it. As Luffy set sail from Fuchsia village, his small boat, a speck of hope against the vast expanse of the East Blue, the world of One Piece held its breath. The delicate balance of power, forever in flux, felt the subtle tremors of change. The Marines, ever vigilant against threats to their authority, were aware of the young pirate who dared to claim the mantle of Pirate King. But their initial dismissal, the belief that Luffy was but another rookie with delusions of grandeur, was tempered by the knowledge that he carried with him the respect and, perhaps more importantly, the potential protection of the red-haired Shanks. The other Yonko, those legendary pirates who ruled the New World with an iron fist, watched with a mixture of amusement and intrigue. Would this young pirate, fueled by ambition and guided by the ideals of a man who had never known defeat, rise to challenge their dominance? Or would he crumble under the weight of his own aspirations, another casualty in the endless struggle for power that defined the Grand Line? The stage was set, the pieces in motion, the world of One Piece, forever shaped by the choices and actions of those who dared to dream, braced itself for the arrival of Monkey D. Luffy, the boy who aspired to become King of the Pirates, guided by the unwavering presence of a red-haired legend who had never tasted the bitterness of defeat. Luffy's journey from Fuchsia village was a crucible, testing and tempering his character. The challenges he faced and the allies he gathered shaped him into the captain he was destined to become. Shanks' unwavering strength cast a long shadow, fueling Luffy's leadership with admiration and responsibility. Without Shanks' sacrifice, Luffy's growth was guided by different principles. He carried the weight of expectation, aiming to achieve greatness alongside Shanks. The Straw Hat crew, a motley band of dreamers, misfits, and adventurers, drawn together by fate and bound by an unbreakable bond of loyalty, remained a cornerstone of Luffy's journey. However, the presence of Shanks, a constant figure in their lives, subtly altered the dynamics of their formation, their individual motivations, and the very fabric of their shared dream. Zoro, the stoic swordsman with a heart of gold and an unwavering determination to become the strongest swordsman in the world, found himself drawn to Luffy's unwavering spirit and the quiet confidence that seemed to emanate from him. He saw in Luffy not just a captain, but a kindred spirit, someone who understood the weight of ambition and the relentless pursuit of a dream that burned brighter than any star in the sky. Nami, the brilliant navigator with a heart hardened by tragedy and a fierce desire to protect those she held dear, found herself drawn to Luffy's unwavering loyalty and the sense of security that seemed to surround him. She saw in Luffy not just a captain but a protector, someone who would stand against the world to safeguard his nakama, a promise whispered in the shadow of Shanks's enduring strength. Usopp, the sharpshooter with a heart of gold and a knack for storytelling that bordered on the fantastical, found himself drawn to Luffy's infectious optimism and the unwavering belief in the impossible that seemed to guide his every action. He saw in Luffy not just a captain but a dreamer, someone who refused to let the harsh realities of the world extinguish the flames of hope and adventure that burned within his soul. Nami's decision to join Luffy's crew, a pivotal moment that provided the Straw Hats with a skilled navigator and a loyal friend, was shaped by a complex interplay of factors. In the original timeline, her choice stemmed from a desperate need for protection, a desire to free her village from the clutches of Arlong and his tyrannical rule. In this altered reality, however, where Shanks' presence cast a long shadow over the East Blue, Nami's motivations were subtly different. While her desire to protect her village remained a powerful driving force, the presence of Shanks, a figure known for his unwavering strength and his protective nature over those he considered friends, provided a sense of security that had been absent in the original timeline. She had witnessed firsthand the respect that Shanks commanded, the way his mere presence could quell conflicts and deter even the most hardened of criminals. This understanding, coupled with Luffy's own unwavering loyalty and his connection to the legendary red-haired pirate, fostered a sense of trust in Nami, a belief that she could rely on Luffy and his crew to help her achieve her dream of mapping the world. Her ambition to chart a course through the treacherous waters of the Grand Line and to see all that the world had to offer was still a driving force in her life. However, the presence of Shanks and the subtle shift in dynamics that his enduring strength brought to the East Blue allowed Nami to approach her dream with a newfound sense of hope and a belief that she was not alone in her pursuit of freedom and adventure. Zoro's path to becoming the world's greatest swordsman, a journey marked by relentless training, epic battles, and an unwavering commitment to his craft, was subtly influenced by the enduring presence of Shanks in this altered timeline. In the original narrative, Zoro's motivation stemmed from a promise made to a childhood friend, a vow to become strong enough to fulfill both their dreams. In this reality, however, where Shanks' legend loomed large over the world of pirates, Zoro's ambition was tempered by a different kind of fire. He had witnessed firsthand the pinnacle of swordsmanship in Shanks, a man who could clash blades with the likes of Mihawk and emerge unscathed. This realization, that true mastery of the blade extended far beyond mere strength and technique, ignited a new level of determination in Zoro. He saw in Shanks not just a swordsman, but a legend, a testament to the heights that could be achieved through dedication, perseverance, and an unwavering belief in one's own abilities. His training, once driven by a desire to honor a promise and to claim the title of the world's strongest, now carried with it the weight of aspiration, the burning need to prove himself worthy of standing alongside those who had reached the pinnacle of swordsmanship. He pushed himself harder, his every swing imbued with a newfound intensity, his every spar a step closer to bridging the gap between aspiration and reality. The presence of Shanks, a constant reminder of the heights that could be attained, had subtly shifted Zoro's perspective, transforming his journey from a quest for personal glory into a relentless pursuit of excellence. Usopp's journey from a cowardly storyteller to a brave warrior was a testament to the power of friendship and self-belief. Witnessing Luffy and Shanks' unwavering courage inspired him. Their bravery planted a seed of courage in Usopp's heart. Slowly he began to see his own potential for bravery. His lies transformed into declarations of self-belief. Usopp's journey with the Straw Hat crew nurtured his bravery. He became a warrior worthy of standing alongside his nakama. Section 6, Echoes of East Blue, Whispers of a Different Kind of Legend. The Straw Hats' journey through the East Blue, a proving ground for rookie pirates, unfolded with a familiar yet subtly different energy. Their exploits, whispered in taverns and ports, painted a picture of a crew marked by destiny, sailing under the watchful eye of Shanks. Their victories, hard-fought and well-earned, carried the respect and potential protection of one of the most powerful pirates alive. This awareness, whispered in the shadows, shaped the way the world perceived them and influenced the actions of those who crossed their path. Their reputation, woven from tales of Luffy's bravery, Zoro's swordsmanship, and Nami's navigation, now carried Shanks' legacy. They were no longer just another rookie crew, they were the Straw Hat Pirates, intertwined with the legend of the Red Hair Pirates. Sailing towards a future filled with potential and the shadow of a legend, the whispers followed them, a chorus of speculation and anticipation, as they charted a course towards the Grand Line. Each victory a step closer to fulfilling their dreams. Each challenge overcome a testament to their unique bond and the unspoken protection of a red-haired pirate. Section 7. The smoke clears, a new dawn breaks. The Straw Hats' encounter with Smoker, the relentless marine captain with the power of the smoked fruit and an unwavering dedication to justice, marked a turning point in their journey. In the original timeline, this clash served as a stark reminder of the power that resided within the world government and the dangers that awaited those who dared to challenge their authority. In this altered reality, however, where Shanks' presence loomed over the East Blue like a watchful guardian, the encounter with Smoker unfolded with a palpable undercurrent of tension. Smoker, known for his unwavering pursuit of pirates, found himself treading carefully when confronted with the captain who carried the respect of the red-haired Shanks. The knowledge that Shanks, a man who could level cities with a flick of his wrist, had taken a personal interest in Luffy's well-being gave Smoker pause. He was not afraid of a fight, but he was not foolish enough to underestimate the potential consequences of directly challenging the protege of a Yonko, especially one known for his protective nature. The clash, when it finally occurred, was a dance of calculated restraint. Smoker, his jaw set with determination, fought with a controlled fury, aware that any escalation could have far-reaching repercussions. Luffy, his spirit ignited by the challenge and bolstered by the unspoken confidence instilled in him by Shanks, fought with a reckless abandon, tempered by a newfound understanding of the delicate balance of power that governed the world of pirates. Section 8. The Grand Line beckons, a sea of possibilities shaped by unbroken strength. As the Straw Hats pointed their bow towards the Grand Line, the vast and treacherous sea awaited them. They had faced challenges, overcome obstacles, and emerged stronger, their dreams intact. With Shanks' support, they were ready. The world watched with curiosity and apprehension. Tales of the Straw Hat crew spread, rookie pirates challenging the status quo. They seemed destined for greatness. The Grand Line, a sea of endless possibilities, awaited them. Could they conquer it? The journey ahead was fraught with peril, but the Straw Hats were ready. Their dreams burned brighter than the sun. The Straw Hats' voyage through the East Blue, marked by camaraderie and strength, took on a new character in this altered timeline. Whispers of their victories and the unseen hand guiding them spread through bustling port towns. The red-haired Shanks, a silent protector, followed them like a phantom. The world speculated on Shanks' interest in the Straw Hat crew. Some whispered of a debt of gratitude to a young Luffy in Fuchsia Village. Others spoke of a calculated gamble, believing Luffy might reshape the Grand Line. The Straw Hats were not just another rookie crew. They were something special, bound to the legacy of Shanks. This perception altered the world's interaction with the Straw Hats. Potential adversaries hesitated, wary of Shanks's wrath. Allies offered aid, eager to share in the journey that promised to reshape the Grand Line. Zoro's trial at the hands of Captain Morgan, a seemingly insignificant hurdle in the original timeline, took on a new level of significance in this altered reality. The incident, a test of Zoro's resolve and a testament to his unwavering loyalty, played out under the watchful eye of fate, the unseen hand of destiny subtly influenced by the enduring presence of Shanks. As Zoro stood bound in the town square, his body weakened by days without food or water, his spirit unbroken, the whispers began. The townspeople, fearful of Morgan's cruelty but emboldened by Zoro's defiance, spoke in hushed tones of the Straw Hat Pirates, of their connection to the red-haired Shanks, and of the potential consequences of harming one of his own. The news, carried on the wind like a stray ember, reached Morgan's ears, planting a seed of doubt in the heart of the tyrannical captain. He had heard the tales, the legends of Shanks' power and his reputation for protecting those he considered friends. The knowledge that Zoro, the stoic swordsman with eyes that seemed to burn with an inner fire, might be under the protection of a Yonko gave Morgan pause. He was a cruel man, drunk on power and blinded by his own ambition, but he was not a fool. The potential consequences of harming Zoro, of incurring the wrath of the red-haired Shanks, were not something he was willing to risk. And so, as Luffy arrived to free his nakama, the confrontation with Morgan was tinged with a palpable undercurrent of fear, a fear that stemmed not from Luffy's own strength, but from the unseen hand of a legend that loomed over the East Blue. Nami's decision to steal the Going Merry and return to Arlong was driven by desperation and loyalty to her village. Shanks, a silent protector, added complexity to Nami's gamble, burdening and emboldening her. As Nami sailed away, she felt she was betraying Luffy's trust and Shanks' protection. She had witnessed Shanks' respect and his ability to quell conflicts. Luffy, driven by loyalty and his promise to Shanks, would come after her. The weight of that knowledge settled heavily on Nami's shoulders. Her gamble was linked to Shanks, filling her with fear and hope. If she succeeded, it would be a bittersweet victory, relying on Shanks's influence. Usopp's confrontation with Kuro was a test of his courage. The presence of Shanks added pressure and inspiration. Trembling with fear, Usopp felt judged by unseen eyes. He thought of Kaya and the Straw Hat crew, drawing strength from their belief in him. Usopp faced his fear, his slingshot a symbol of newfound courage. The world of One Piece, a vast and turbulent sea of ambition, dreams, and the relentless pursuit of power, operated on a delicate balance. At the heart of this intricate dance of alliances, rivalries, and shifting allegiances stood the Yonko, 4 legendary pirates whose power dwarfed that of even the most formidable of adversaries. Shanks, the enigmatic captain of the Red Hair Pirates, had always held a unique position within this quartet of power. His strength, tempered by wisdom and a deep understanding of the delicate balance that held the world in check, had earned him the respect of both his fellow pirates and the very forces that sought to bring him down. However, in this altered timeline, where fate had spared him the loss of his arm, Shanks's position as a Yonko took on a subtly different character. The world, ever attuned to the nuances of power, recognized that the red-haired pirate who stood before them was not the same man who had once sacrificed a limb for the sake of a promise. He was stronger now, his resolve tempered by years of navigating the treacherous waters of the Grand Line with his full strength intact. The world saw in Shanks a force of nature, an unstoppable tide that threatened to reshape the very foundations of their existence. The whispers began, carried on the wind and shared in hushed tones in the darkest corners of the world. Whispers of a power shift, of a world where the balance had tilted in favor of the red-haired emperor. News traveled fast in the world of One Piece, carried on the whispers of the wind, the songs of traveling bards, and the hushed conversations in smoky taverns. The tale of Shanks's continued strength, of his unwavering dominance in a world that had come to expect his sacrifice, spread like wildfire, igniting both fear and fascination in equal measure. The other Yonko, those titans of the New World who had long considered Shanks an equal, now looked upon him with a newfound wariness. The balance of power, that delicate dance that had kept their ambitions in check, felt precarious, like a ship caught in a sudden squall. Kaido, the self-proclaimed strongest creature in the world, known for his brute strength and thirst for chaos, saw in Shanks' continued dominance a challenge, an itch beneath his scaled hide that urged him to test his might against an opponent who had never known true defeat. Big Mom, the tyrannical ruler of Totoland, driven by an insatiable hunger and a love for her family that bordered on obsession, viewed Shanks' unwavering strength with a calculated pragmatism. She saw in him not just a rival, but a potential ally, a force that could be leveraged to further her own ambitions, provided the price was right. Blackbeard, the cunning and ruthless opportunist who had clawed his way to the top through treachery and deceit, regarded Shanks' continued rise with a mixture of envy and apprehension. He recognized in Shanks a kindred spirit, a man who understood the true nature of power but also a formidable obstacle. A wall standing between him and his ultimate goal of claiming the One Piece and reshaping the world in his image. The news of Shanks' continued strength sent ripples through the ranks of the Marines, the world government's iron fist, and the supposed guardians of peace and justice. The higher-ups, those who held the reins of power and dictated the course of the world, found themselves facing a dilemma. Shanks, despite his status as a Yonko, had always been a wild card, a force of chaos with a code of honor that often defied their attempts to categorize him. He had on occasion even acted as a stabilizing force, a buffer against the more destructive ambitions of his fellow emperors. But the Shanks who stood before them now, whole and undiminished, represented a different kind of challenge. His very existence challenged the established order, the carefully constructed hierarchy that placed the world government at the pinnacle of power. Some within the Marines, fueled by fear or a rigid adherence to their own sense of justice, argued for a show of force, a preemptive strike against Shanks and his crew to remind the world that the world government would not tolerate any challenge to their authority. Others, wiser and more pragmatic, counseled caution, arguing that directly confronting Shanks, especially now that he possessed the full extent of his power, would be akin to poking a sleeping dragon. The risks were too great, the potential consequences too catastrophic. The world watched with bated breath, caught between the hope that the Marines would find a way to maintain the fragile peace and the fear that their actions, no matter how well-intentioned, might inadvertently plunge the world into a war it could not afford. The world of One Piece, in the wake of Shanks' continued rise, found itself balanced on a razor's edge. The old order, the familiar dance of power between the Yonko, the Marines, and the seven warlords of the sea, seemed on the verge of collapse, replaced by a new and uncertain landscape where the rules were being rewritten with every passing day. Shanks, whether by choice or by circumstance, found himself at the epicenter of this seismic shift. His every action, every word was scrutinized, analyzed for any hint of his intentions. The world held its breath, waiting to see which way the red-haired emperor would swing, whether he would use his newfound influence to maintain the fragile peace or to shatter the world as they knew it. The other Yonko, wary of upsetting the delicate balance but unwilling to back down from a challenge, made their moves with calculated caution. Alliances shifted, old grudges resurfaced, and the seas ran red with the blood of those caught in the crossfire. The Marines, torn between their duty to maintain order and the fear of sparking a war that could consume the world, found themselves spread thin, forced to react to every tremor in the delicate balance of power. The seven warlords, those pirates granted a measure of autonomy in exchange for their allegiance to the world government, walked a tightrope, their loyalty tested as they navigated the treacherous waters between opposing forces. The world of One Piece, once a tapestry woven from familiar threads of adventure, dreams, and the pursuit of freedom, had become a powder keg, the air thick with anticipation and the unspoken fear of a spark that could ignite a conflagration that would consume them all. The enduring strength of Shanks, the red-haired emperor who had cheated fate and emerged from the crucible of time with his power undiminished, had become a catalyst, a force that exposed the cracks in the foundations of the world and threatened to bring the whole edifice crashing down. Through it all, Luffy and his crew, the Straw Hat Pirates, sailed ever onward, their dreams undeterred, their spirits unbroken. They were a beacon of hope in a world teetering on the brink, a testament to the enduring power of friendship, loyalty and the unwavering belief in the possibility of a better tomorrow. Their journey, once a personal quest for freedom and adventure, had become inexorably intertwined with the fate of the world. The world watched, their hopes and fears hanging in the balance, as the Straw Hats charted a course through the storm, their every action a gamble, their every victory a testament to the indomitable spirit that burned within them. The future remained unwritten, the outcome uncertain, but one thing was clear. The world of One Piece would never be the same. The Going Merry cut through the waves of the East Blue. The Straw Hat Pirates, forged by shared dreams, now bore Shanks' influence. Luffy, still the impulsive captain, had a newfound steel in his gaze. Their journey, under Shanks' watchful eye, carried the weight of destiny. Zoro, his hand resting lightly on the hilt of his katana, stood at the bow of the Going Merry, his gaze fixed on the horizon. The stoic swordsman, driven by an unwavering determination to become the world's greatest, had always been a study in contrasts, a warrior with a heart of gold, a lone wolf who had found a home among the misfits and dreamers who made up the Straw Hat crew. Zoro's pursuit of swordsmanship had taken on a new dimension. He had witnessed firsthand the pinnacle of swordsmanship in Shanks, the world's strongest swordsman, and emerge unscathed, igniting within him a fire that burned hotter than any desire for personal acclaim. He understood now that true mastery of the blade extended far beyond mere strength and technique, a harmony of body, mind and spirit that transcended the limitations of the physical world. Shanks, in his unwavering strength and quiet wisdom, a path that demanded not just dedication and discipline, but also a willingness to surrender to something greater than oneself. Zoro's training, once fueled by a burning desire to surpass his rivals and claim the title of the world's strongest, now carried with it a quiet intensity. His every spar a dance with the unseen forces that governed the universe. He was forging himself anew, striving to become a blade worthy of standing alongside the legends of the world. Nami, her fingers tracing the lines of a weathered nautical chart, stood in the relative quiet of the Going Merry's library. The brilliant navigator, guided by logic and a deep-seated distrust of blind faith, now faced a new challenge. Shanks's presence had shifted the dynamics, introducing trust and gratitude into her carefully calculated charts. As she plotted their course, Nami wrestled with her beliefs, navigating the complexities of trust. The sharp crack of Usopp's slingshot echoed across the deck of the Going Merry, the lead ball finding its mark with pinpoint accuracy. The sniper of the Straw Hat crew, his lanky frame a study in nervous energy, had come a long way from the cowardly boy who had once used tall tales and elaborate lies to mask his fear. But the journey from insecurity to confidence had been a long and arduous one, paved with moments of both spectacular failure and hard-won triumphs. In this altered timeline, where Shanks' enduring presence served as both a source of inspiration and a constant reminder of the heights they were striving to reach, Usopp's path to becoming a true warrior had taken on a new dimension. He had witnessed firsthand the unwavering courage of both Luffy and Shanks, individuals who faced danger with a fearlessness that bordered on the reckless. He had seen them stare down monsters and madmen, their spirits unbroken, their belief in themselves and their dreams unshaken. And he had felt the sting of his own shortcomings, the moments when fear had paralyzed him. when his body had betrayed his best intentions, leaving him scrambling in the dust while his nakama fought on without him. But Shanks, in his quiet strength and unwavering belief in Luffy's potential, had inadvertently shown Usopp something else, something that transcended the fear that had haunted him for so long. He'd seen in Shanks a man who understood the true nature of courage, not as the absence of fear, but as the willingness to face it, to acknowledge its power without allowing it to dictate one's actions. It was a subtle lesson, but one that resonated deeply within Usopp's soul, planting a seed of self-belief that slowly began to take root. He still struggled with fear, his instincts screaming at him to run, to hide, to seek the safety of anonymity. But now, when those doubts crept in, he thought of Shanks, of the quiet confidence in his eyes, of the unwavering belief he had placed in their captain. The Straw Hat Pirates, sailing ever onward toward the uncharted waters of the Grand Line, were a symphony of strength and spirit, each member a unique instrument, their melodies blending into a harmony that resonated with the sea. Luffy, the captain, was the driving force, his belief in his nakama, the rhythm that propelled them forward. Together, they were a force to be reckoned with, a testament to the power of friendship and dreams. The Grand Line awaited, a sea of endless possibilities and dangers, but the Straw Hat Pirates, their spirits high, were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The paradox of protection. Shanks' sacrifice inspires Luffy, pushing him to grow stronger. In an alternate timeline, Shanks' enduring power shields Luffy, altering his journey. Allies offer aid, but this protection raises questions about Luffy's development. Would he develop the same resilience? The paradox of protection adds complexity to Luffy's journey. Section 2. The Unseen Hand at the Helm. The world of One Piece is a delicate ecosystem of ambition and power, held in check by the Yonko Marines and warlords. Shanks, with his enigmatic smile and unwavering moral compass, is a wild card in this grand game. His actions, guided by intuition and destiny, reshape the world around him. In this timeline, Shanks' influence is more pronounced, his strength a testament to his spirit and mastery of haki. The other Yonko and Marines reassess their positions, wary of Shanks' potential reactions. Shanks, a stabilizing force, now represents a new challenge capable of reshaping authority. Section 3, A Clash of Titans averted. Shanks' arrival at Marineford was pivotal, quelling the fighting with his presence. But what if his strength was undiminished? Would Blackbeard have dared to move against Whitebeard? Would Sengoku have dismissed Shanks' message? The possibilities remain shrouded in speculation. The shadow of a legend can be both a source of strength and a heavy burden to bear. Throughout Luffy's journey, the name Shanks has served as a talisman, a symbol of the dreams he chases. The loss of Shanks' arm, a sacrifice made to protect a young and reckless Luffy, becomes a defining moment in his life. But in this alternate timeline, where Shanks' arm remains whole and unscathed, the weight of his legacy takes on a different dimension. Luffy, rather than being inspired by a single act of sacrifice, now finds himself navigating the treacherous waters of the Grand Line under the watchful eye of a legend in his prime. The title of Pirate King, a mantle whispered in hushed tones and sought after by countless souls who dare to dream of freedom and adventure, represents the pinnacle of achievement in the world of One Piece. It's a title that carries with it not just unimaginable wealth and power, but also the weight of responsibility, the burden of shaping the destiny of an entire world. In the original timeline, Luffy's journey toward becoming Pirate King is one of constant growth, fueled by hardship, sacrifice, and the unwavering support of his nakama. He faces seemingly insurmountable odds, overcomes devastating losses, and emerges from each challenge stronger, more resolute, and more worthy of inheriting the mantle of his idol, Gol D. Roger. However, in this alternate timeline, where Shanks' enduring strength alters the very fabric of the world around them, the path to becoming Pirate King takes on a different hue. Would Luffy, shielded from some of the harsher realities of the Grand Line by Shanks' unspoken protection, develop the same level of empathy, the same understanding of the struggles faced by those who live under the thumb of oppression? Would he, accustomed to a certain level of deference, possess the same drive, the same unwavering determination to challenge the status quo and fight for a world where everyone has the freedom to choose their own destiny? The allure of what-if scenarios lies in their ability to illuminate the infinite possibilities that lie at the heart of every choice, every twist of fate, every seemingly insignificant decision that shapes the course of our lives. The scenario of Shanks retaining his arm, a seemingly minor alteration to the grand tapestry of One Piece, unveils a cascade of fascinating possibilities, each more intriguing than the last. Would the Grand Line, a treacherous expanse of ocean where danger lurks around every corner, have been a more hospitable place with Shanks operating at full strength? Would the other Yonko, wary of his power and influence, have been more hesitant to engage in open conflict, resulting in a period of relative peace and stability? Or would Shanks' enduring strength have emboldened his rivals, igniting a new era of piracy, a clash of titans that would reshape the world as they knew it? The possibilities are as vast and varied as the Grand Line itself, each turn of the tide revealing new challenges, new alliances and new threats lurking beneath the surface. Would Luffy, guided by a different set of experiences and shaped by a world where Shanks' influence loomed larger than ever, still emerge as the same compassionate, fiercely loyal and utterly unpredictable captain who captured the hearts of fans worldwide? The enduring appeal of One Piece lies not just in its epic scope, its colourful cast of characters, or its intricate world-building, but in its ability to tap into the deepest desires of the human heart, the yearning for adventure, the pursuit of dreams, and the unwavering belief in the power of friendship and loyalty. The scenario of Shanks retaining his arm, a seemingly minor alteration to the grand narrative, serves as a powerful reminder that even the smallest changes can have a ripple effect, altering the course of history and shaping the destinies of countless individuals. It's a testament to the intricate web of cause and effect that governs the world of One Piece, a world where every action, every decision, every chance encounter has the potential to set in motion a chain of events that could reshape the very fabric of their existence. As we bid farewell to this alternate timeline, a world forever changed by the enduring strength of the red-haired Shanks, we are left to ponder the enduring mysteries that lie at the heart of this beloved series. What new challenges would Luffy and his crew have faced? What new allies would they have made? And what new enemies would have risen to test their strength and their resolve? The answers, like the One Piece itself, remain elusive, hidden somewhere on the vast and unforgiving expanse of the Grand Line, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to set sail and chase their dreams, no matter the cost.